In the following video, we dive into the realm of effective Varroa mite management with Dr. Jamie Ellis from the University of Florida. Dr. Ellis, a leading expert in integrated pest management for Varroa, sheds light on techniques for cultural controls in the following video.
I just want to get one very quick misconception out of the way from the start. Integrated pest management does not replace the need to use chemicals. That's not what IPM does. It reduces the need to use chemicals, and it reduces the need to use chemicals based on a number of control options. They may include prevention, cultural control, mechanical control, biological control, and then as a last resort, chemical control. So IPM rests on doing all of these other things to keep the pest populations as low as possible, as long as possible. And then when you cross a particular threshold with a pest population, then you need to treat with some sort of chemical. So in the most ideal sense, prevention, cultural, mechanical, biological control would keep Varroa populations as low as possible, as long as possible, that you never have to treat. But that is not a realistic expectation with IPM. So we're going to kind of talk first about cultural controls. The idea of a cultural control is to change the environment within a hive to make it harder for Varroa to survive and reproduce. So let's look at these kind of in detail. So brood interruption is a strategy, like the name implies, through which you do something to cause the lack of brood in a hive for a designated period of time. So I list it as moderately effective because when you couple it with a chemical treatment, you can get very high efficacy. When you do it as a treatment alone, you will eventually need to do something beyond that. It's not by itself overly efficacious. Another cultural control could actually be teased out by itself as a type of genetic control, and that's the use of selected stock. This is the idea of using some sort of resistant stock in your hive so that the bees themselves are reducing Varroa populations in the nest. This is an example, a genetic example of a cultural control, and it can have very significant effectiveness where Varroa populations are reduced for great periods of time. Some folks use apiary separation. If you've got heavy and Varroa infestations in one apiary, you can risk moving those infestations amongst other apiaries that are nearby. So there's a lot of work on this idea, and apiary separation probably helps some, but characterizing how much it helps and under what circumstance has been very difficult. So that's why it's assigned a low efficacy or effectiveness.